What's up, guys? We're back with some more DCS action, and today I'm going to be doing a little commentary this time. This is a mission that I flew the other night. And I was flying with Talk Show, of course, flying in the F-14B, and we wound up needing some fuel. We found ourselves like chasing targets all over the map. Sometimes that happens in multiplayer. You're never in position, right? You're never in a good position, and other people were getting the kills. Like, we would vector towards the target and someone else would get the kill. So it happens. So we had to hit the tanker, and I think we had to take several thousand pounds of fuel this time. I want to say it was several thousand, maybe like 7,000 pounds.
Been back to preset for some reason. I don't understand why it's going to. Is there something back here that...
On this one, I'm trying to remember what server this was. Maybe this was through the Inferno. But I was having some radio issues contacting the tanker.
Went back.
Like, it kept going from manual to preset or something like that. Thank God Talk Show was in the backseat and he wound up taking care of it for me, so it helped me out a lot, take that workload off. So it looks like that's the tanker on the right hand side there.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, I know, dude. They're so annoying with that shit. Like, return
No, it's the tanker in front of us. There were two tankers flying right there together.
That's a friendly
buddy spike.
F-14.
Yeah, we're getting buddy spiked. Yeah, sometimes that happens too. Sometimes multiplayer on some of these servers is like the Wild West, right? Like, you have to be kind of careful. So we're closing up on the tanker. It looks like we're already in bomb mode for the wing sweep.
What I saw on the radar. Remember I said it turned off the radar?
Right.
It could have been just an old track file.
Yeah, I like to tank in bomb mode. Makes the airplane way more stable.
Alright, let's go ahead and do.
Because you know when you got wing sweep, get the probe out. There we go. Put it on all, so it gets all the tanks and not just the internal tanks. Because we want to top off our drop tanks as well too. So in cap for a while, you know, we're fully loaded, got 20,000 pounds, and nothing is better than having 20,000 pounds in the air.
What's our airspeed to? A little over 250.
I remember this tanker was a lot slower than what I was used to. I think he was flying around 250-ish, maybe. And I'm used to, like on Hoggett training, I think it's 294 is what the speed is.
About 240-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
yeah, he's doing 240-ish.
Alright, let's close in on him some here.
You want me to watch that speed for you?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
That's fine.
So what I like to do, you know, get the wings in bomb mode.
250.
Get the probe out, get behind the tanker, and then just kind of settle down and trim out the airplane. Like, if you can get the airplane trimmed out good and steady, that's half the battle, right? Then all you gotta do is just work the throttle. So we're coming in nice and slow. I love coming in slow. I just feel like I have a better approach if you come in slow.
Maintaining good closure. Your TAC and merged.
Now you see, I'm kind of messing around with the menu to do pre-contact, and it's getting me a little bit unstable.
Yeah, it looks like that's match number pretty dang close to it. Oh, it keeps changing my radio. What the hell? Like, why does it do that?
It went back to preset.
I can't tell them pre-contact. Like,
I have his spec here as 247.2. Let me change.
You talk to him?
Yeah, let me change him.
See if you can talk.
Okay, yeah, we let Talk Show takes care of the radio. Really, the Rio should take care of all the radio stuff as far as like this.
Out of the tanker menu into ATC, like every time Overlord talks.
Ready pre-contact.
There we go.
Return pre-contact.
Alright, let me get up a little closer to him here.
They got to get tucked in really close. You may as well just go ahead and do it before you even say ready pre-contact.
Ready pre-contact. Cleared contact.
There we go.
There we go. All right, you see a basket coming out? when I do this in the F-14, I just focus on the pod.
Speed
Just
245.
ignore the basket, right? It's almost like 1,000-yard stare through the basket, if that makes sense. Like, you kind of know it's there, but you're really looking at the pod. Okay, so you see we're stabilized. The plane's trimmed out good. We're barely starting to close on them just a little bit. Just barely closing on them.
Contact.
There we go. Right in, first try.
Fuel going up?
13,000.
Now we're taking fuel.
Yep.
All right.
Now you just gotta just hang on, right? Just watch the airplane. So I'm
I'll watch
looking
your fuel
for
for
closure, like the distance getting smaller or drifting apart, you know, and then you just do the throttle to compensate.
145.
Talk show's calling off the fuel, so we're already up to 14.5 on that, so maybe we got 6,000 pounds.
Still holding good speed. 150.
If you can consistently tank
154?
one airplane, you can just about have a decent attempt at all of them. It comes down to like the
158.
quirks of the plane. Like the F-14, way less
160.
throttle than the F-16. Like a loaded F-16, you're
It's
kind of in the
he's turning,
throttle pretty
he's
good. The
turning, he's
F-14, you're barely touching the throttle. Just micro movements, right?
65. Good speed. Going a little bit faster, but we're good. 169.
So you see we're starting to close in a little bit, so back out of the throttle just a hair. You want to make tiny movements. You don't want to start like oscillating the throttle, right, and making big movements
245
back and
speed.
forth, because then that's going to get you out of position.
176.
I want to say this is the most fuel I ever took in a go.
179. $183.
And I'm by no means a refueling
It's
guru.
speed,
Like I
still
still, you know,
245.
everyone can struggle with it from time to time. It's definitely a perishable skill, right? It's something that you've got to work on it, and if you
195.
slack up a little bit, you're gonna
Still
it's going to
maintaining
affect you.
245. You're right on the picture.
There you go. Talk show's talking me through it in the background there.
199. We are gun capped.
Sweet.
Nice.
Now we're
Well
good to go.
There
done.
you go. 20,000 pounds,
That's
right?
like
We just took
demographic.
on 20,000
That's like the most
pounds, so
fuel I've
that's
ever
pretty
taken
good.
on, dude. I think in one go.
Yeah, that was the most I'd ever taken on. So
I can't
like
see
6,000
the other,
pounds, maybe a little
tanker.
bit north of that.
He's gonna be off to our. Shit, I
Yeah,
don't
so
know
we're
where
having,
he's at.
you
He's
know,
over
you
there
got to
somewhere.
clear these tankers, especially when there's a lot of aircraft in
Left is
close
clear for a
proximity.
bug out left.
And one thing
Yeah,
I learned about the
let's go left.
F-14,
Let's just ease that way.
when you put the wings in bomb mode,
Radar up,
Let's
back
go
up.
back to auto probe coming in.
you have to trim the nose up a lot, right? You have to trim the nose up a ton. So you get your probe back in, you get ready to roll out. I learned really fast that you need to be good and clear of the tanker, and you need to be ready, because when you put the
Okay.
wings back in
Resetting
auto,
the
the plane's
waypoint
going to do
2.
this. It's going to go, phew. You know, and you got to immediately start compensating for all that
Right.
trim up that you did when you put the
Right.
wings in bomb mode. You got to start
right.
doing nose,
All right, I
you
got
know,
the
nose down
visual-
trim.
visual on
So
tanker.
as soon as you put it in auto, start trimming it back down, because what's going to happen is it's going to fly you into the tanker if you're
Alright,
up
climb
underneath them, you know.
Up above. Move really
So
slow.
yeah, we're definitely,
Full
there's
radar.
like 2 tankers right here in close proximity, and we're just, I'm kind of worried about like where they're at,
Yeah, I don't
right?
see the other tanker, but we should be above him.
We
Yeah,
had
we're-
one
we're
that was
good.
like right off our right wing, like
Yeah,
at
we
3
got
o'clock.
really, really slow.
You can see on this one, I put the wings in auto, and it made me climb a whole lot, and I didn't compensate with the throttle, so we got really slow.
Which is a thing that I have to remember. Like, I have a hard time remembering this, is that, like, when you go in bomb mode to tank, you have to trim nose up like a shitload, right?
Yeah.
So, when you come off the tanker and you go back to auto wing sweep, like, the plane will pitch up like crazy. Like, it just goes straight up just about. Why are we not? Something doesn't seem right.
All right, there you go. That
Wings are in
was
auto.
our air-to-air refueling. But something you do, like a lot of people avoid it, and I've always said,
Alright, what heading do we
I didn't start getting better at air-to-air refueling until I made like an full-on effort to train on air-to-air refueling, and that meant air-to-air refueling every day. I tried to make it a point to hit the tanker every day, whether it's on Hoggett training or wherever, and some days I would do it multiple times. It's hard to be good at it if you're a casual player, right? If you just do it every once in a while, or once in a blue moon, you're not going to be very successful at tanking. It's something that you've got to actually make yourself do. You've got to go through a training routine. It's going to help you immensely, and maybe one of these days I'll go back through the training routine as far as like what I like to do on the Hoggett training server on a typical day if I just want to fly around and like cover everything.
To shoot at on here.
There you go. Looking for more targets. We're just capping, flying around. It seems like there's a few days right here together where
Whoa, where's my waypoints at?
we just capped on multiple servers. There just wasn't much going on. So, all right, let's go ahead and we'll get to the in-flight emergency.
Go north.
All right, this clip we're going to be doing the air-to-ground attack.
Smoke.
We're flying the Bombcat like we're doing the Bombcat roll, right? We got 4 laser-guided bombs, and needless to say, the weather wasn't ideal for laser-guided bombs or doing any kind of T-pod work. It wasn't overcast, but there's quite a bit of clouds, and it's like every target has a cloud over it, right? And that's par for the course. Like,
clouds are just.
Is there ever a perfect day for laser-guided bombing in DCS? It doesn't seem like it. Like on a lot of the servers, it's not.
I can duck below a bit. Right
so
there.
what we find with this particular target is the clouds are affecting our T-pod, right? And to make matters worse, the target was in the mountains, and so it like lowered the cloud deck even closer to the ground.
Red smoke. Okay.
So like the tops of some of the mountains were obscured, the valleys were clear, and we wound up dipping down below the clouds to try to spot these targets. I didn't think this was too high of a threat area.
That's a brand new mission too, so there should be a good bit of stuff in the journal.
But I really think it was only like, I was thinking like small arms or light machine guns. It turns out there was some pretty heavy AAA down here too, which we didn't realize, and being below the clouds in the valleys and like having to clear the mountains, it just made for a bad recipe. Yeah, so you see, this particular target was marked with red smoke. We knew there were several vehicles down there. Talk show's trying to find them. Our T-pod's on the right-hand side, so we're having to do a right-hand orbit.
Okay. Still scanning. Just adjusting my stuff.
And you can see, you can look out ahead. The cloud layer is really close to the ground in this particular spot. Like, you can get yourself in a bad situation really easy. So we're trying to orbit around. I'm trying to stay clear of the clouds.
Oh shit, we're starting to get 2 clouds.
Yeah, that's not good because you don't want to descend into the side of a mountain.
Shit. There we go. Alright. It's kind of dicey because I know we got close terrain.
Yeah, definitely dicey. We got visual contact with the ground again though, so that was good.
AAA. 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
So I'm trying to watch the terrain and look for the AAA.
Shooting.
And you see it coming up.
Drop, we're hit.
Yeah,
It was too late.
There you go. Let's get out
Too
of here.
late, right? There wasn't much I could do about that.
Engine.
You see our EGT is going up for our right engine big time. And the power is going down.
Yep. EGT is pegged.
So we recovered. The jet feels pretty good though. I can't tell that there's anything wrong.
Right engine's gone altogether.
Yeah,
There's
well,
a fire. There's a fire on right engine.
Yeah, can I just kill it? Let's see.
Hit the extinguisher on the front right of your radio.
Big mistake I made. I should kill the engine first and then hit the extinguisher. I hit the extinguisher and killed the engine. I did it completely backwards.
Okay.
Still burning.
How bad's the fire?
It's pretty bad. I can see it from here.
Ah, shit. Yeah.
You say we're definitely on fire. Oh, and we're not close to anywhere, unfortunately, like
Home
our friendly.
base is 91 miles away.
91 miles to our closest airport, I think, something like that.
We got anything else?
That may have been home plate.
Next closest airfield is going to be, oh geez, 60 miles away. It is
60.
going to be Sakumi.
What heading?
Go south, heading 197.
197.
Little better. 60's a little better than 91, but the big problem we had was that there's a pretty big mountain range between us and Sakumi.
Hey, can you jettison those CBUs?
Yep, getting them gone.
There we
They're
go.
gone.
All right, so
Okay,
that's a
that
plus
helps
for
out.
us, right? Getting rid of the load, so it makes me feel better about getting over those mountains. Still trying to take care of the
That
engine
sucked.
fire.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to mess with the throttle to get it. There we go. I got it cut.
Alright, I killed the right engine.
Still smoking. Still got a fire brewing.
Yeah, I managed to kill the engine.
Fuel state's 11.5, so we don't have a fuel leak.
So now we got asymmetrical thrust. And the thing about this
Yeah, some
airplane
mountains
is
up ahead,
like
though.
compared to the F-18 is that the
Yeah,
F-18's
the
engines
shut
are
down.
right
It's just like
together.
AGT is still
You
high.
know, they're like right there together like this, and the F-14 is like that. They're separated further apart, so you've
Maybe it'll
got a
cool
little
down
bit
after a
more of like a yawing moment, I guess is what you would call it.
SU-33 is 78 out.
You see, I'm having to kind of roll the airplane back to the left to compensate. And we got to land like this too, which is going to be the big deal. I'd never done that before. And we got enemy air
Got
in the
troops
area
like
too.
tomorrow.
Dang, she is still burning.
Yeah.
So at this
Yes.
point, we're kind of settled. We got the engine killed. We still got a fire, but the
Yeah,
main thing that I
extinguisher
was
didn't do
kind of
shit.
looking out for was, are we
Maybe
losing
because it was
control of the
still running,
aircraft?
I don't know.
Are we losing hydraulics? And are we losing fuel? Those were the two big things that popped in my mind, was fuel and hydraulics. Can we keep control of the airplane? Do we have enough fuel? Like, will we have enough fuel to get back? And it looked like everything was okay, minus the engine fire. I think the engine fire was like our only issue that we had.
Alright, shoot, these mountains up here. We got any other cautions? What does that say down there? Fuel pressure, right inlet, right generator. It looks like it's all right engine, oil pressure. Yeah, it's all right engine related, it looks like.
Yeah, this is where I was concerned about fuel and hydraulics. Just want to make sure that we didn't have like
SU-33 got another player.
any other issues popping up. We got this SU-33 is taking down players left and right. Of course, it's an AI SU-33.
Seriously.
How far out are we?
About 40 miles.
I think if we make it over this mountain range here, we'll be free.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
I think we can start descending.
We had the
in.
thrust.
We got
We're
power
fine
cleared,
at this
We
point.
got the power we need. Fuel's still 11.1, so we're not losing fuel.
Yeah, we're 11,100 on fuel. We have 2 sidewinders and 2 sparrows, and that's all we had. So we're pretty light at that point. I think we're in pretty good shape here, right? My only concern, like I know the airplane seems like it's okay. Nothing else is happening to it.
Definitely need to bind
The big concern is just crossing the mountains, right? Just getting over these mountains, and then our next thing will be making that like engine out landing. We're going to 251, which is going to be
Yeah, it's going to be
Unicom.
interesting landing a single engine out.
I've done it on the Hornet. I haven't done it on this yet.
Yeah. The good thing about the Hornet is the engines are kind of close together.
Yeah.
These things are kind of spread apart a little bit. There's a little traffic down there at Sakumi. Looks like a couple of guys.
Of course, multiplayer server.
I'm wondering, can
You'll
we
watch
just,
traffic.
could we do 3-0 maybe?
I always want to
What's the
say,
wind
like
down
on
there?
multiplayer servers, landing aircraft should always have the right of way. It's much easier for a departing aircraft to check their map and see what's going on than it is for a landing aircraft,
so
you
we
know.
should be
So,
able to do,
I mean, I'm not saying if you're landing,
I
you
was
should
gonna say,
always
we can
check and
land
make
the other
sure.
way. I mean, we've got the power and the fuel.
Do your radio
Nothing's-
calls and stuff, but you know, ideally
nothing bad's
departing
happening.
aircraft should yield, which I mean, they could get out of there easy anyway. We're still a long ways out. It's not really a problem.
That's out of 100 at how many knots?
Let's see here. 6 knots.
So
6
we're
knots.
looking at the winds and the runways and trying to figure out what'll make it easiest on us. The ends are 100. It's, I think it said 6 knots. We got runway 12, so that's pretty good.
We're coming in just north of the field anyway, so we'll swing around for
So this is where I make another mistake. I could have made it a lot easier on myself if I had entered a right base for runway 12 via a left base,
Yeah, we
because
gotta
our
figure
right
out what to
engine
do
is
this,
up, our left
'cause,
engine is down. If we'd done a right base, the airplane has that
I would
natural
do a
tendency
just
to
long
roll
approach.
to
Yeah,
the
we're
right,
not doing it overhead for
and
sure.
y'all to the
I was
right.
just trying to think if I need
We
to
could have
do,
made a right-hand turn way easier than
speed
we
brake or
can
not.
a left-hand turn fighting against that roll, right? So
yeah.
I should have done a right base and a right downwind.
It may not be pretty, but we should be able to get her down.
Like, we made it work, but it would have been a lot easier to do it the other way.
How far out are we?
Should be just over the horizon there. It's going to be on our 1 o'clock, 196, 15 miles.
Of course, it's going to be straight in, no overhead for this. I'm like a huge fan of the Tomcat overhead, right? Nothing looks better than come back with
I
those
see it.
wings swept back in manual
It's gonna be
mode and then
traffic, Gypsy
bust out in that
119,
brake and pop the
15,
wings out and like do all the
northeast
things and the
inbound,
nose
with
snaps
the,
around on
engine
you,
fired
but
straight in for runway 12.
yeah, now's not the time for that.
Where do you see
So,
that? I don't
what-
see it yet.
My game just froze.
Okay.
I'm back. Yeah, it's going to be on our 11 o'clock.
Oh, I think I see it now.
Yeah, we're looking for the airfield. We're not too far out. At this point, I feel pretty good about it, right? I mean, the final, like, the dicey part is going to be getting your speed down, but still having good power, like not letting the airplane settle or sink. And also, I'm trying to think about, like, what can we do with speed brakes? Should we do speed brakes out and keep the power up high, or no speed brakes and, like, not have that extra drag against one engine? Because I don't know. I'm not an expert on this stuff, so I'm not, I don't know the ops for, like, a single engine landing in an
Like, the
F-14.
slower we get, the worse it gets.
I've seen where they've done carrier traps with single engine. That's pretty damn legit. Like, I couldn't even imagine. So it looks like
Our altitude 3,000. I think we'll stay here for now.
Looks like maybe we're setting up for a lift
Yeah,
base.
Sakumi is going to be 43 feet.
Yeah, it looks like a lift base. We're getting ready. Yeah, we're getting a lift base going. I did feel like I wanted to come in a little bit on the high side. I felt like that would just only help us to come in high and then like try to hit your AOA at the last minute. I didn't want to be really slow for long durations.
Extend lift base from wherever to right engine fire. I think I see it.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Speed back.
Yeah, I didn't want to get like too terribly slow because I didn't know how the airplane was going to react, you know.
Hit a gear. Hold off on flaps for now.
Probably could have held off on gear a little bit longer too.
Yeah, about 220 right now.
Alright, let's go ahead and do flaps. Oh shit, this turn, dude.
Yeah, really fighting against that.
Yeah, I can tell.
I think we should have come in on a right base.
It would have been a lot easier. That's for sure. We could have used the natural tendency to roll to the right.
600 feet.
Yeah, we will come in hot.
That's a good thing. The Tomcat slows down so
Really,
quick
they don't have
on
racing cables.
like field-based landing.
250. Speed is 180.
We're fast.
Speed brake out.
At this point, I don't even care. Pop speed brake. As you see, we got on speed right there at the last minute. Kind
come
of.
on. Back the other way, back.
Spoilers are not out.
They're not out, really? Oh, shit.
Huge
they're
mistake
not
on
out.
my part.
Deflect with the. There we go. There we go.
I just got him.
Also on
Alright.
the Tomcat, and what he's talking about,
We're
he's
good.
reminding me to do full aft stick. That way the elevators are up and it helps. It acts like a speed brake too.
Well done.
Yeah, it's a little dicey, dude.
Yeah, that had a little pucker
Nice.
factor to it. I'll be
Alright,
honest.
let's do
I mean, I know it's just a game, but
Question is, what's our fire doing back there? Roll the trucks.
how we didn't blow up, I don't know. I really don't know, guys.
Are we
But
still burning?
there you go. There's
We're still
our
burning,
air-to-air refueling and our in-flight emergency.
big
These were
fire,
two
too.
separate days,
Come on,
two separate
man.
missions where not really much went on other than this. So I thought, you know what, we'll just we'll show that and I'll do a little commentary. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you
I don't
did,
think we're in danger of blowing
be
up.
sure to hit that like and subscribe. Ring that bell. Leave me a comment. Like I said, even if you only say hello, I love hearing from you guys. And we'll catch you out there next time. Peace. No, big cat. No. Stop. Oh, no. No, kitty. Oh, that's a MiG. That's a MiG over us. Okay. It's the weirdest day ever. Oh, no. He just fell. He just